computer. Boom. Okay. So welcome guys to the Fast Start training this Saturday morning. And what we're going to do today is really get you in the right mindset on how to really go out there and build your world global network business. And some of the stuff you're going to hear is very repetitive, but I want you guys to listen to it as if you had to train it. But also identify if there's certain things that you have to work on as you go out there and build the business. Because I know without a doubt you got people on this call, okay, that are in the business, and hopefully you have a bunch of people on here that are brand new in the business. And you know, whenever you're brand new, you have one chance to really get your business off to a fast start. And you know, I will tell you this about, you know, Lisa. A lot of you know our story. You know, we've been in the business of multi-level for 24 years. And day one, Lisa took it seriously. Day one, she had the right mindset. That's just how she is made up. Because when she commits to something, she does it to do it. Me, on the other hand, right, because of a lot of different things and circumstances, number one, ego, it took me 2 years to really hear this training. 2 years to really hear this training and execute it. So the moral of that story is follow Lisa, don't follow what I did. Okay, because it was a very difficult path because of all the things we had to persevere through. So all the new people, listen, this will be the biggest thing you ever do, period. Once you get a taste of this industry, I'm going to caution and I'm going to warn everybody, it's very difficult to do anything else. Because really, when you really build this the right way, it really is time freedom. It really is money freedom. It really is working with the people you want to work with. So from the outside looking in, when you hear about all the benefits of network marketing, they're true. But here's the problem. Very few of you, okay, and people are going to say, why are you saying this kind of stuff? Very few of you will reap the rewards of this industry. You know why? Because very few of you will persevere to go through all the things you're going to have to go through to get to where you want to go. That's why. It's very simple, guys. But there's something called the X factor that separates people, right, from success and from mediocrity. Mediocrity? Okay, that's a word. Good. So let me just go through this because I want you guys to know why we do the income disclosure. And I know a lot of you have seen it 10,000 times already. But when you bring somebody into the business, you want to make sure we're protecting the house. Number one, we all have to protect World Global Network, and the two cardinal sins in this industry is income claims, and product claims. So practicality dictates that everyone's results will vary as we are all unique and different. Basically, what I'm going to share with you is going to take hard work to make a substantial, listen to the words, income in this business. You have to determine what substantial is. Okay? Some people will make no money at all. The earnings of a World Global Network partner will be 100% dependent upon the skills, work effort, commitment, leadership capabilities, and market conditions. Common sense would suggest that in most opportunities, one would find exceptional individuals performing well above average, while others perform under the average. We do not guarantee any level of income or your success. In fact, okay, I want you guys to hear this. The average participant, now I don't know what that word average means, right? In a World Global Network earns less than $500 per year. I guess if you took everybody who got involved in our company, the average is $500 per year. And this does not account for any business expenses that one might occur while building the business. Okay? And if you want to dissect the income earnings of different rankings, go to the website. Okay, I think this is very important for people to understand when they're taking this journey. Because this journey, guys, that you will take, I will tell you, it'll be the most frustrating, exciting journey you will ever take in your life. You know why? Because most people will never ever challenge themselves. That's why people fall into their career. That's why people stay stuck, because it's what they know. It's what they know. And it's amazing that some people will go from one career that they don't like into the exact same career, because change doesn't always mean success, but success always means change. I think you all know that, right? But you got to get the right mentality when you're getting your business off to the right start, okay? So what I'm going to talk about first and foremost, guys, is the X factor. What separates somebody that's going to do whatever it takes? And I always say this, and you should write this down. You will always have to have, in this type of a business or in anything you will ever do where you're successful, you're always going to have a figure it out attitude. That is one of my favorite sayings. Figure it out. Because there are going to be so many things. You know what you're going to have to figure out first? You. The toughest thing you will ever have to figure out is you. Why do you do what you do? Why do you do some of the things you should be, some of the things that you shouldn't be doing? Why do you do it? And when you go out there, you have to understand you're going to be talking to a lot of people just like you. That's what it is. And what's going to separate you from everybody else is you're going to have a why that is so big that nothing ever could ever stop you from achieving your goals. This is it, guys. Here's your X factor. And I know a lot of you are probably even rolling your eyes at this point. Oh, here we go again with the why. Well, why do you think every successful leader, no matter who's doing a getting started training in any company in network marketing, will talk about the why? Well, because it's probably a little bit important. That's why. And if you're ignoring your why, you're ignoring your success. If you're ignoring your why, you're ignoring your success. Because until this was crystal clear with me, I took this business and it was a little thing. It was something on the side. I didn't give it the right respect. I didn't give it the right attention because I didn't have a reason. And if you don't have a reason to do something, let me ask you all a question. If you don't have a reason to do something, no matter what it is, what do you normally do? Answer to yourself. You know what I always did? Nothing. If I didn't have a reason to do something, I did nothing. Your why is your reason. And it's got to be crystal clear. It's got to be written down. It's got to be something that makes you cry. What do they say? Make sure your why makes you cry. Do you know how many tears that we have shed in 24 years? You know how many times we would go to bed and say, oh my gosh, what the hell did we do? We're going to lose everything. And you know how many times we went to bed and said, you know what? We're going to be stinking rich. But the thing that every time we opened our eyes, right, we had to make sure we were doing things to make our business succeed. And the only thing you always went back to is why we were doing it. Now, let me share with you something here. And I could go on 2 hours on this. Here we are in whatever career we're in. Let me ask you a question. In whatever you've chosen in your life to make the money that you've made prior to network marketing, did your boss ever sit down with you and say to you, listen, I really want you to identify your why. I want you to dream bigger, faster. I want you to determine what your worth is. No, you know what they said? I don't want you to think. We're going to think for you. And here's what we think. We think you're worth this much. We don't want you thinking about a dream board. See, here we are for 10, 15, 20 years, 30 years, being told what to think, and now you get involved in network marketing, and you have some guy in a USC hat telling you to think bigger, faster. See, sometimes we have to understand what the motivation is. Maybe before you really identify your why, you have to understand for 20 years why you went to work. You didn't go to work for desire to gain. You didn't. Very few people will ever go to work because they have a desire to gain. Because that job, career, practice, or profession doesn't want you to think that way. So you know what? Maybe your why is based on fear of loss. Maybe that's going to be your why. You have to create the fear of loss, because that's why I went to work every day for 14 years. I didn't go to work with desire to gain. I went to work because I was fearful of losing the very things I didn't even like. Is this ringing true for anybody? Or is it just me? So I went to work, and most people are motivated by fear of loss. Now, I want you to find your why. Okay, I do. I want you. But maybe finding your why, right, that's a journey. It took me 2 years to really identify my why. Because I was so entrenched, okay, in what I was around for 14 hours a day for 14 years. It was hard. And that's why for 2 years in network marketing, guys, I did nothing. And a lot of you know this story, but I'm going to tell you what really sparked my why. What really sparked my why was when I got out of corporate America and I took a 6-month severance package. Okay? I did nothing for the first year. I said, I deserve this time off. And I pretended to do multi-level. Thank God I had Lisa that was really doing multi-level, because we were earning an income. But I did nothing. And that 1 year turned into 2 years of doing nothing. You want to know what created my why? When Lisa looked at me and said, if you're not going to take this seriously, go get a job. And after 2 years of no job and 2 years of not being told what to do and how much I was worth and when I could go to the bathroom, okay, I broke out in a sweat. Lisa created my why. Lisa created the fear of loss. And from that point forward, when she told me to do that, because I knew we weren't taking advantage of the power that we have, which is 2 people doing it. She said, well, you should go at least get a job and add some income to our household. From that point forward, every time I woke up, you know what I said? And I do it today. Every day I wake up, you know what I say? Man, I don't care how bad this could be. My worst day here, my worst day in this business is better than my best day in corporate America. And I always remind myself of that. And I say to myself, oh my gosh, right now on a Saturday morning, I'm working. I'm doing a presentation. And I laugh. And I get praise because we have consistent trainings every day for an hour. Oh my gosh, Jeff, you work so hard. No, guys, you got to put things in perspective here. You got to put things in perspective. What's working hard? I'm working right now. But you know what? Okay, compared to what? Find your why, everybody. I'm spending a little bit time on this because I want you to ask yourself, why did you make your decision? Why? Why are you on this call? It's got to be big enough. And your why has to make you go into action. It's not just, here's the other big problem. We find our why, but the why's not big enough to actually go out there and do something. You're going to see the things you have to do, and if your why's not big enough, you will do nothing. So, for all the new people, take what I'm saying right now seriously. Because this is everything. We think it's understanding the product or understanding the comp plan. Okay, I'm going to get on this fast start training so I can understand better all the nuances. You ain't going to hear any nuances here today. This is not an in-the-weeds business. This is a business of doing. And you know what your job is? Your job is to get information into people's hands. But they have to see your excitement. And your excitement is only going to be manufactured if you have a desire and your why in place. because that's what you're going to share with people. You know what people are going to want to know? Why are you doing this? Why? And if you have to share with people exactly why. Well, you know what, John? Because I was sick and tired of working 14-hour days. And after working 14 years, my company went into a corporate downsizing mode. I need to add extra income. So I have to relate my why to people. This is a testimonial training, guys. So please find out why you're doing this. Write it down. Okay, enough. Now, here's the thing. Your value when you first get involved, guys, is your work effort, your work ethic, your work ethic, and I want you to understand why we're doing this next step. The value a new person brings is their list. Your value is your list. And everybody, we always say start with your warm market. Now, here's the thing, and I love some of these geniuses out there, okay, that says, are you involved in the network marketing? They want you to make your list. You want to understand why we do this? It's not because your initial list is going to make you rich. It's getting you into action. That's what it is. Some people have tremendous success with their warm market. Some people don't. I went to every one of my warm market when I made my list when we first got involved, okay, in the industry. And you know what? Not one of my family, not one of my friends ever got involved with me. Okay, but it didn't make a difference. Do you know what I learned by going through my list? I learned what the objections were going to be. I learned why people are stuck in their life. It was a great training ground. And if you think you're going to build a multi-million-dollar company without going through some struggles, you're totally mistaken. And I will tell you this, that X factor, the struggles you will go through, listen everybody, will be the most memorable thing. Your struggles will be the most memorable, not your successes. Not your successes. I was just watching a show this morning. It's called Open Court. Okay, I'm a huge sports guy. I just love sports. And it's all the ex-NBA players. And they were going around the room. They say, what's your most memorable moment? And they were talking to Kenny Smith, who has three world championship basketball rings. He said, let me tell you the most memorable. It wasn't the 3 championships when I was with the Houston Rockets. My most memorable season was when I was a rookie with the Sacramento Kings. When I had all the turnovers. When I was averaging 3 points a game. When I could barely get off the bench. He goes, what I learned during that first season catapulted me for the 3 championship rings. He goes, but most people in the NBA, why so many people don't make it, is because they're not willing to go through the struggles to get to the championship ring. You guys, you want your championship ring? Over here, your championship ring is financial freedom. You want it? You're going to have to go through some things. And the biggest challenge is going to be going through yourself. And when you do that, and I don't know how long that journey is for some of you, okay, and you persevere through that, there's wealth at the end of the rainbow. There's the gold medal. There's the championship ring. There's the Super Bowl trophy. But it starts with what? Like in anything, basics. Basics. And if you're not willing to do the basics, you're not going to be able to do the big things. I played this YouTube video for some of the people on Diamond Zone. It was a admiral or colonel, whatever, very decorated person in the military doing a commencement speech. And he said this, he goes, if you want to be successful, start with making your bed. Start with making your bed. And he says, if you can't make your bed in the morning, okay, you're not going to do the little things the rest of the day. Start with making your bed. Well, our making our bed is creating your list. This is what it starts with, guys. If you're brand new in the business, if you're in the business, you could start over. I want you to see something, okay? When I say make your list, I'm talking about a comprehensive list. Okay, I know you guys are getting so upset because you can't see my beautiful face, but here I am, okay? Now watch. When I say make your list, how many people have a cell phone address book? Okay, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Okay, look at this. Okay, 875 names. That would be a pretty good start, right? That would be a pretty good start. How many of you, honestly, have made a comprehensive list? It's your starting point. It's not about whether or not they're going to do it or not. It's an exercise to see if you're willing to make your bed. This is what I'm talking about. Well, I'm going to skip that part because most of the people I know won't do it. You've missed the point, first of all, but I will tell you this. The same people on your list are on other people's list. We have a business, guys, that requires urgency because you all got involved because of the fact that what? Okay, category creator product, brand new in the industry, with all the new bells and whistles coming to the helo, right? Alcohol, right? Blood sugar, the phone. Okay, are we even taking advantage of it? The only thing we can do is tell people about that. That's our job. And the reason why network marketing is so lucrative is because most companies, if World Global Network went traditional, okay, Infolio would be on commercials. The blood sugar monitor would be on commercials. The commercial is you. You're a constant commercial. You got to have the right mindset. That's your craft. That's what you do. And you have your initial list to share with people your 30-second commercial. Now, once you share your 30-second commercial, now you send them the actual commercial, which is what? The 2-minute video. And I'm going to get into that today. Okay, but you have an initial list you can at least advertise to. That's your warm market. You guys overthink it. I did. Oh my gosh. You start breaking out into a sweat when you start writing names down. Why? All you want to do is advertise your commercial to everybody you know. Is that so difficult? It's amazing, right? When little Johnny comes home, right? Or I should say, when little Sarah comes home and says, listen, I just got involved in the Girl Scouts. Okay, and I need to sell these cookies, Mommy. And Mommy will make a comprehensive list and tell every one of her friends that little Sarah is selling Girl Scout cookies. But Sarah gets involved in network marketing with a chance to become financially independent, and she doesn't know who to talk to. You know why? This is the battle. I keep saying that. The battle is you. But if you just fall in and just go, okay, I'm going to sell Sarah's Girl Scout cookies. And you have no problem calling every mom. You said, listen, you got to buy my daughters, and it'll be all over Facebook. Or raffles, or whatever it may be. We advertise everybody else's business every single day. We go to a good movie, we tell everybody. We go to a good restaurant, right? We have somebody who has something to sell, and we'll blast that, but look at their business, and there's no sign of it. Why? Okay, I just told you why. Your why's not big enough. You think you're trying to get people. No, guys, I'm going to get your mindset right. You're just going to advertise your new business. Let people know what you're doing. Doesn't mean they're going to do it. And I'm not looking for people to do it. I'm looking for people to understand what I'm doing. So make your comprehensive list, please, everybody. Everybody on your cell phone address book. Everybody on your Facebook friends. LinkedIn. Right? Because this is where you're going to start. Now you got to go through your list, and what you're going to do is you're going to structure your company. I'm going to get into this at the end. Structure your company. When I say structure your company, the way I want you to have a mindset is, okay, you're building a multi-million-dollar international business. You're starting a company. You're not a distributor within World Global Network. No, that's not how I talk. I own my own technology company. And we're first to market, okay, this wearable technology into the United States, into Ireland, into whatever area that other person's in, right? And I'm putting together my board of directors. Who would you want on your board of directors? You're starting a company. This is your mindset. Do you want the most successful people you know or the least successful? A lot of you are going to think about this. This is going to be a mistake you make. I'm not saying everybody should be talked to, everybody. But if I'm going to prioritize my top 10 or my top 20 or my top 50 based on your credibility and your contact base, I'm going to talk to the most successful people first. And I know that may even sound contradictory because you say, well, why would you talk to successful people first, Jeff? They're successful. Can I tell you why? Successful people are successful for a reason. Successful people are always looking for ways to make more. That's why they're successful. Do you guys follow me? Broke people are broke for a reason. A lot of broke people never look for opportunities. That's why they're broke. Now, I'm not saying not to talk to the broke person because you're going to still talk to everybody. But if I'm going to prioritize, I want you to write down people you know that are influential. People you know who've been successful in any other part of their life. Because as people do anything, they do everything. And that's who I would want on my board of directors. And I'm going to show you how to talk to these people. Okay? Your second 10. Okay? And we could talk about 10. You could put whatever number you're. I'm just doing numbers here. It all depends on your list. The next group are people with, right, large sphere of influence, experience maybe in network marketing, people who are social butterflies. Okay, I gotta put together my top list, in other words. But here's the thing that you're gonna struggle with. Everybody does. You're gonna think you know who will and who won't. Please, let 24 years speak to you right now. Please, you don't know. You don't know. You think you know. And by the way, you think your people are different. You think the city they live in is different. It's not. I'm telling you, my people need to know this. I'm telling you, the people in this over here in this area, they're different than the California people. No, they're not. People are people. It doesn't make a difference. And if you find yourself making excuses, stop yourself. Because all that is an excuse not to do something. I know the game, guys. I've played with myself. That sounds stupid. I've played with my brain, okay, over the years. I know why I used to say what I said. I know why I used to put somebody's name on the list and say, well, he won't do it. Because if I already determined they wouldn't do it, I wouldn't have to call them, right? That was my game I played. And so when Lisa told me to make my initial list, I go, okay, I got it. You know how many people are on the list? 6. She goes, I told you to make your list. You've worked for Bally Health Clubs for 14 years. You were a vice president. You know everybody. I go, I know, but these are the people that would do it. She goes, you're not listening to me. I'm not telling you to tell me what you think. I'm telling you to make your list. I didn't do it. Why? Because I knew that if I made a comprehensive list, that was work. And so it was an excuse not to talk to them. And then I would always make the same excuses. I'm telling you, this person won't do it, Lisa. I'm telling you, we have to tell this person this. This person's going to need to know the ingredients of the product before we even talk to them, because it was a supplement company then. I'm telling you, these people are different. You know what I learned? Bull, you know what? I'm talking straight with you because I want you guys to understand, I know the games you're going to play. And if you make a comprehensive list, okay, trust me, whoever got you into the business is going to give you the right direction on how to get through your list. The person that gets through their list the quickest gets the most amount of business, period. And you're not married to the numbers. You're not married to the results. You're married to the activity. And here's the good news. The only activity you can do is to get the information into their hands. Now, can I tell you something? The industry is completely different. You know how I had to get information to people's hands for almost 24 years? We had meetings 4 days a week where people would have to come to us to hear the information. We didn't have social media. What? We didn't have Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. We had to bring people into a setting, whether it be a hotel room or I went to their setting, which was a living room. Now you talk about work. So not only did I have to make my list, I had to convince that list to come to a meeting. Now, did we do well? We made millions, but the industry's changed. Now all I got to do is get people information through the web, through a text, through a Zoom meeting. I'm telling you right now, guys, if you can't do multi-level marketing in today's economy, you'll never be able to do it. It's never been easier. And we got the greatest opportunity in the world to share with people. But yet, I ask everybody to be honest with themselves. Does everybody know what you're doing? Does everybody you know you're involved in this business? If they do, great. If not, you got to ask yourself why. Well, you're going to have to go back to your why. Because if your why is not big enough, it's not going to create the desire and you won't have the figure it out attitude. Period. So once you do this, we could work with you. Your upline can now work with you. If you don't provide a list, okay, what are we going to do with you? Help you become a compensation plan expert? That doesn't earn you money. Helping you know how the helo works? That earns you no money. Those are things keeping you busy. And number one thing here is this. If you're busy being busy, you're busy going broke. Okay, money-making activities is all we're going to teach new people. Because I know a new person, if I get somebody excited, they're going to provide me the list. And I'm going to tell them what to do with it, and I'm going to be there on the back end to help them experience, keyword, success. Experience success. Biggest thing you could do for a new person is get them one win. One, not 20. One win, because what does one win do? It keeps them excited to get another win. That's what it does. The longer somebody goes in this business without a win, okay, now they got to really, really challenge themselves. And I'm going to tell you, you know why the average earnings of a World Global Network participant is $500 a year? Because they don't last a year. They last 30, 60, 90 days because their why wasn't big enough, right? That's what it all comes down to. So when you start looking at that, it's okay, God, I'm in control. You are. So create your list. Now, here's all you want to do with your list. You want to get them the information. with the right approach, right? It could be a text, it could be a phone call. Now, the person who you're working very closely with, this will be your guide. Now, we always show you examples of text that you could send out. Would you understand the text and the phone call are pretty much the same? Right? It doesn't make a difference, but it gives you a guideline of what to say to people. And basically what you're going to say to people, and I'm going to give you some examples here, okay, is this. Hey, John, man, I am so excited. Lisa and I just started a business. Now, this is someone who's your warmest of warm market, okay? I'll use Trent because I could see Trent, okay? Hey, Trent, listen, brother, because we're boys, right? We go way back. Listen, this is a business call. Now, I know you keep your business options open, Trent, because we've talked about this before. I found something. Lisa and I are very excited about bringing wearable technology, okay, into the United States through a network marketing model. And I respect your opinion, Trent, because I know you've been wildly successful in other things. I'm going to send you a 2-minute video. I want you to look at this because I would love your opinion on what I just sent you. So Trent, if I sent you a 2-minute video, would you watch it, brother? Shake your head, Trent. Good. Don't ever say no to me, Trent. Okay? He said, okay, now Trent, when? Well, Jeff, if you're going to send it, I'm going to watch it now. Great. I'm going to call you in 3 minutes. That's somebody, that's close. I can have those conversations. I'll give you some more, but my goal is to let Trent know I'm excited and I found something. You can't call people up and go, well, I came across this thing and it looks pretty good to me, but I'm still kicking the tires. Will you check this out? Where's the belief? What, really? You want me to look at something you're not even sold on? Okay, so that's the approach. It's got to be an approach. When you have your list, we could put together the right approach for the person. So don't go to your upline without a comprehensive list so they can walk through some of the people and they'll be advising you what the approach is. But the approach is very simple. 2-minute video. Hilo.life, 2-minute, 7-minute video. Just get the confirmation, guys. They're going to watch it. I want you to get the confirmation. I'm not going to send it unless Trent says, yes, Jeff, I will watch it. And I'm going to ask him then when he says yes, here's where people break down. They don't take it to the next step. You know what the next step is? When? I'm glad you're confirming you're going to watch it, Trent, but when? And as soon as he tells me when, I'm going to put it in my appointment book because I'm going to call him that day. He says, well, Jeff, you know what? I'm swamped today. You know, it's football. Okay, it's this, it's that. I will watch it tomorrow morning. What time? See, some people don't take it to the next step. Okay, tomorrow morning starts at what? When does tomorrow morning start? At 12 a.m. And when does tomorrow morning end? At 12 p.m. Well, there's 12 hours there. When are you going to watch it, Trent? Well, I'll watch it at 9. Perfect. Appointment book, Trent. Call at 9:10. Hello. Follow up. Why? This is my business. If I don't follow up with Trent, I just wasted my breath because the money's in the follow-up. And you know what it also does? It establishes you as a business person. Wow. He told me he was going to call me at 9:10, and he did. Now, see, these are little things that people look for. I do. I always look for people that do what they say they're going to do. Don't you? Doesn't that give you more confidence? Trent, if I told you I'm going to call you at 9:05 and that phone rings at 9:05, what does that tell you? This guy's serious. Are you kidding me? This guy takes his craft seriously. See, it all goes back to us. Always, always. 2-minute, 7-minute. Then what's that? First base, webinar, second base, third base. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take the person through the system. Oh my God, here we go. The system. You're not providing the system. The system's provided for you. All you guys are professional introducers of people into the system. That's it. And you know what I'm representing when I talk to Trent? Please listen to this, everybody. Everything I do, I am representing to Trent. That's what he would have to do if he said yes. And if I'm making this thing difficult, he's going to be thinking to himself, I don't want to do that. But if I'm having fun and I'm excited and I'm just leading Trent into the information, you know the subconscious seed I am planting? I could do that. I could do that. And I could teach that. See, some of you, you're in the weeds. You're talking to Trent about uplines and downlines and percentages and heartbeats and blood pressure stuff. Trent's like going, what? But if I just say, listen, brother, I found something very exciting. And let me tell you why. Okay, I'm not making enough money. My industry went through changes. You know what's been going on with me, Trent. I had to make a change. I found something very exciting and simple. Do you see the message? It's a different message. Well, what is it, Jeff? Well, I'm going to send you a 2-minute video. You're going to see. I'm not going to explain it. That's your biggest problem, some of you. You start explaining it. Shh, don't talk. Shh, don't talk. Talk about your excitement and then get them the information. Because remember, let's say you're really, really good at painting that vision. What do you think he's trying to think? I can't do that. He's really good. But if he just leads me to the information, I could do that. I know I repeated myself 3 times. I know I'm not senile. I get it, but I'm doing it for a reason. You are professional introducers into our system. That's who you are. Get people the information and let the system take it over. And the person you're working with is going to guide you. This is earn as you learn. It's not learn and then earn. It's earn as you learn. So remember, before, and a lot of you are going to nod your head, I did all this. We had a training center. We had home parties. We had hotel meetings. That was the system. Okay, so get as many people into the system as possible. Okay, now, I know you've seen this a lot. But I want you to also understand your talking points. If I'm talking to people, these are your talking points. Okay, if I want people to know, you talk about casting a vision. Okay, I want to get Trent to see that he could own his own business without traditional overhead. I want him to know about tax advantages of a home-based business. Okay, see, this is what's in your product. And I'm going to put all these up here for a second. I'm going to go through this with you. This is not my training because I could take an hour on this slide alone. A lot of you in Diamond Zone know this. Okay, because this to me is everything. This is what people are buying into. World Global Network provides the products. They're going to always be meeting with the different manufacturers. They're going to determine what products we market. We're in the people business. The company's in the product business. They're in the shipping business. They're in the commission business. We're in the people business. We just got to lead people to World Global Network. But what are people looking for? Guys, just take a second. Take a second. Be present during this training. Look at something on this slide that everybody on your list wouldn't want. Wouldn't everybody on your list find something on this slide they would want? Then there's your belief. I just gave you your belief. Okay, this is where people say, well, my people wouldn't be interested. This person wouldn't, this person would. Hang on a second. You just agreed that everybody on your list would want something on this slide. Then match the opportunity to the people you're talking to. And you're going to get better and better at this. So if I'm talking to Trent And I know Trent, the reason we say go to your warm market first, I know the answers to the test. I know Trent for 20 years. I know what he does. I know where he lives. I know if he has a family. I know if his wife works. I can now match the opportunity based on what I know about Trent. This is why we say start with your warm market. So if I'm talking to Trent, and we always talked about owning your own business, now I could pull that out of my rabbit hat. Hey, Trent, I just found something. Man, I found a way for us to own our own business. But I'm going to take it one step further, Trent, without the employees or the traditional overhead. I just hit him right between the eyes. Well, tell me more about it. I'm going to, Trent. I'm going to send you this 2-minute video so you can understand the product line that I'm excited about. See, I found his hot button. What if Trent's hot button was this? Okay, I know his industry's changing. I just want you guys to think, because you know the answers to the test of most of the people on your list. You know what they do. What if Trent's problem was, I know his industry is going through changes, and I know without a doubt he's not making the kind of money he used to make. Well, his hot button might be immediate income. So now it would be, hey, Trent, listen. Lisa and I just found something very exciting. Oh my gosh. And as you know, Trent, my industry is going through changes, and we need to add an extra $3,000 a month to our bottom line. We found something that we could do spare time, part-time, and you know I'm on a business plan to make $3,000 this month. Did I not just relate to what I know Trent wants? Good, Jeff, what is it? I'm going to send you this 2-minute video, brother. Check this out, and I'm going to call you back. Perfect. Okay, when are you going to watch it? Right now. So when am I going to call him back, everybody? Immediately. It's all based on the wearable tech industry. Now, what if I'm talking to Trent, and he's worked 20, 30 years at the company, and I know he's hit the glass ceiling. I know he wants more, but he can't get more from what he's doing. Do you see all the different talking points you have here? The point of me showing you this slide, because I could take this slide in many different directions, is for you to believe everybody on your list would want something on this slide. So you can't make excuses on who will and who won't. You don't. If you match the opportunity, it's up to them to accept it or not. Don't you be the reason they don't get the information. That's all I'm asking. Residual income, I could go on and on about that. Everybody needs residual income. Can I tell you your statistics from everybody on your list? Because this is from the IRS. 75% of people in the United States of America, when they get ready to retire, have to rely on family, friends, church, or the government just to survive. 3 out of 4. Those are 3 out of 4 on your list. 23% will have to go back and work in their retirement. That's 98% of the people that without a doubt need to make a change. 2% are okay. 1% can maintain their standard of living, and 1% is wealthy. Now, I don't care who's on your list, because remember I said, talk to the wealthy people first. Isn't it amazing? You got 98% of the people that need it, but 2% will probably be open to it. My point is, talk to everybody. That's my point. I want you to get your belief after this call that says, you know what? He's right. Everybody on my list would want something on this slide. And the way we're going to get them to say yes is because we're going to introduce them to a system that provides the mentorship, the coaching, the weekly calendar of events, turnkey programs. And one of the biggest objections you're going to have to overcome, guys, is what? I have no time. I'm too busy staying broke. Hey, Trent, I found something. Okay, check this out. No, Jeff, I'm too busy. I'm too busy being broke. See, they leave that part out of it, but that's exactly what they're saying. I'm busy staying broke. So I have to overcome that. I have to overcome that in my story. Because I'm busy too, Trent. I'm working 12, 14-hour days, but I found something I could leverage that doesn't require a lot of time. So this is what I want you guys to understand. If you have a camera, you should take a picture of this slide. And you should look at it and then match the opportunity to the people you're going to be talking to. That's what you have to do. Memorize this. You will never lose if you ever go through this slide. Okay? And that's the key. Okay? Now, you got it, Trent? You trying to take a picture? I'm changing it. Okay, never mind. All right. Now, 557. See, now I got your head right, right? Now your head's right. Now I'm going, okay, he's right. I'm going to make a comprehensive list. Because I know everybody on my list would want something this company offers. Now, what are good questions to start with? Guys, I'm going to keep going. I don't care. If you've got to log off, you got to log off. Okay? But these are some of the key questions. Are you familiar with either Fitbit or Apple Watch? If I'm calling up Trent. That's a good way of starting. Right? I could go right into it then. Knowing what you know today, Trent, about Fitbit or Apple Watch, if you could go back in time and be one of the first to get involved, and you could get paid on every device sold anywhere in the world, would you have done it? Good conversation, right? This is conversation. Well, let me tell you, Trent. Okay, Lisa and I started something very exciting, and within the next 48 hours, I'm going to fill my next 2 positions on my board of directors. If I give you the chance today to have one of the top positions on our team, and you could earn income on every device sold from all the people purchasing after you, would you want to know how to get positioned? Good. Let me show you how to secure your position. I'm sending you a 2-minute video. I want you to understand a little bit better of what we're doing. I'm going to call you back. These are just talking points, guys. This is where you practice. It's not word for word sometimes. Okay, you got to put your personality into it, but don't change it so much. It leads people for yeses or nos. That's all I'm looking for. Are you open? Yes or no? If you could take advantage of something that's going to be the next big thing, are you open to receiving the information? Direct. People appreciate it. People appreciate being directly talked to, being honest, being transparent. Don't try to be something you're not. You're not Trent one day and Mr. Multi-Level Marketing Person with a cape on the next day. Just tell people why you're doing it and be transparent. Let people know everything in your life is not perfect. And you did need to make a change. And you found something, and I'm sharing it with you. That's how you do the business. Okay? Now, or you can lead with product. I'm not a big proponent of product, leading with product, but some people get more comfortable with product. Bob, if I had a product that is revolutionizing the healthcare industry, would you want to know about it? If I sent you a 2-minute video, when could you watch it? Ideas, guys. Bob, I think I have something that would be perfect for you or your spouse or your friend. If I sent you a 2-minute video, okay, that talks about this industry that is taking wearable technology by storm, will you watch it? Whatever you believe, because remember, you know the people that you're contacting. I always approach, now this is just me, I always approach with money. Why? Because I know why people go to work every day. And when people say I love what I do, yeah, okay. Do it for free. Tell me how much you love it. Okay? No. People go to work every day for money. And I'm going to talk to them about money. The widget doesn't make a difference. We just have the best widget out there. And you guys might fight me on that one. Doesn't make a difference. okay? Because I'm firm in what I'm looking for. I want you to be firm. I'm looking for somebody that wants to build a business. I'm looking for somebody that wants to maybe enjoy the product. I don't care, but I'm going to talk to them about money. Okay, now here's another approach, leading with the opportunity. These are just different approaches. These are great ideas, guys. I've talked about some of them. Bob, when it comes to making money, are you married to your job or do you keep your business options open? How many people are going to say married to my job? If they do, don't waste time with them. Next. Right? This is we think we're going to convince people. No. Here's what you got to convince people of. Your excitement. The only thing that's going to ever I want people to know about Jeff is that when Jeff is done talking to you, you'll never say he doesn't believe. Never. And I know I'm going to take my business seriously. I'm going to let people know there's a business attached to what we're talking about. If they say yes, they're open. You say, knowing what you know today about Fitbit or Apple, if you could be one of the first and earn from every device sold, would you have done it? Same thing as we just talked about. So these are just ideas. Hopefully you guys are writing some of this down. You're taking pictures of it because this is your craft. This is what you said yes to. You said yes to building a business. And you need your franchise owners. Now, this is not a franchise, but let me ask you a question. When I say your board of directors, you know what that is for me? It's my franchise owners. What came first, the franchise or the McDonald's hamburgers? I had to have the franchise before I could sell the hamburgers, right? Well, you're going to be looking for your franchise owners, okay, all over the world. And I got some franchise owners that produce a lot of business for me. And I got some franchises that opened up that don't produce much. Bad location. Right? That's people. So if I bring in Trent, and Trent lives wherever he lives, he's a franchise owner for me. Do you guys follow me? He's a franchise owner. And I want to get his franchise up and running. That's the Fast Start training. That's the Fast Start. Every time I bring in a person, guys, it's another franchise. I want you guys to understand, this is like any business. It's the biggest thing you will ever run. If you take it seriously and follow some of these steps I'm talking about today. So now, I get people information. Remember, here we go. Here's Trent. I go through my Fast Start training with Trent. I want him to know his responsibility is to open up his contact base to me with his prospects. That's your job, Trent. Your job is to open up your contact base. How do you do it? We just went through all that, making your list. And when this person, okay, receives Trent's information and he's intrigued and he wants more information, a lot of times I don't want Trent doing that. I want Trent to then introduce the expert. Well, if I'm Trent's sponsor, I'm going to provide that three-way, that validation. Because here's sometimes the breakdown. This new person knows Trent is brand new. They may have the trust with each other because they're friends, but they may not have the respect when it comes to the business. Because they know Trent's brand new. But if Trent could bring me into the conversation, you know what happens? Now it allows me to talk to his prospect. Because I'm going to talk differently to his prospect than Trent will. Because Trent's brand new. So what is this worth? That Trent has access to an expert to help him build his business. You all have that. Sometimes you'll need the expert, sometimes you won't, but it's there. It's there. And then when Trent does a three-way call with me, Trent's on the call. because he could then listen to how I talk to the prospect. So am I not killing two birds with one stone? Am I not getting people into the business for Trent because I'm talking to his prospect? And am I not also training Trent how to talk to people so he could start doing three-way calls for his people? Trent, are you getting this, brother? That's it. That's it. And so he goes, oh my gosh, I could do that. So what did Trent really do? He made his list. He got this person information, and he led the person to more information through the expert. This is how we get people off to a fast start, guys. This is it. Utilize three-party edification. When you got somebody, a lot of times you'll give them the 2-minute video. Let me tell you where you guys are all screwing up. Now this guy's interested, and you call him back, and you go right back to the things you shouldn't be talking about. Talking about new products and studies and comp plans. No, no. Now you got to get Trent or this new prospect more information and let the expert lead him to the next step. Utilize. Listen, guys, and I'm not being mean here. Less talking. Shh. No talking. Don't talk. Lead to the information. Telling you, that's what happens. We talk too much. And this is the concept of three-way calls. Okay? From following up with the prospect, you guys should take a picture of this, to connecting with the expert. These are the things we do here, right? Verify the tool, right? Going from step one. So you get a chance to watch the webinar or the 2-minute video. Great, perfect. What did you like best of what you saw? Right? Transition to the expert. When you bring in the expert, you're edifying to your prospect that this person is the right person to talk to. And then when you connect, it tells you everything you need to do to connect. And once you make the connection, you mute yourself out and let the expert take over. And you watch how much business you start to do. Or one thing's for sure, the expert's going to know if you should even waste your time with this person. So you know what a new person thinks? They think everybody's going to do it. The expert will very quickly figure out if this is somebody that's going to move quickly. Because this also saves the new person's sanity. Because afterwards, I may call Trent and go, Trent, listen, okay, don't spend too much time with this one. I've weeded through it so he doesn't have to take his time and be under this assumption this guy might do it someday. Trent, the right people just do. And then Trent goes, okay, I got it. I'm not going to do anything rash, but I'm going to move on from this guy. Because the right people move quickly, guys. I just want Trent to keep sending me people. Okay? Now, in the beginning, because I'm giving him all the things he needs to do it for himself. That's how you learn. Okay? Now, here's structure. Okay? Here's structure. Whew. So now, what do we have? What do we have so far today? We have a belief system. What do you believe in? Well, that's your why. Let me recap here very quickly. You got your why. You got your belief, because I already told you. You're going to make your list, and because you've already been sold. I sold you on the fact that everybody on your list would want something on that slide. Remember that slide? Okay, so you're going to make a comprehensive list. I gave you some starting tools on how to start making these calls, right? And we're going to lead them to the information. You know about three-way calling. Now you got to structure your board of directors. Now you got to structure this thing. You got to become a team builder, everybody. If you're brand new, you got to get this done today. Today, if you're brand new, you want to become a team builder, yes, today. Because you're going to be calling people right? You're going to be setting up these calls. Now, let me tell you what happens. If you're in the United States, you want to qualify for your 20%, right? Well, you got to bring in one person left, one person right. And you got to drive 500 SV through these two people. SV is determined by the package they choose. So if they choose a partner pack, there's 120 SV. If they choose a family pack or above, there's 500 SV. So you got to bring in a family pack or above left and a family pack or above right, and you got your 20%. So remember, I'm talking to people that want to go fast. So as you all know, a lot of you, I put my daughter Jenna here and my daughter Jessica here. Why? Because I want them on the top of everything I'm going to build into the future. But watch this. Here's what I want you all to do. I want you to put together, and I want you to write down all this. 3, because we're going to put 10 people left, 10 people right. As you bring people in, you understand, as you bring in people, they are going to fall down to the next available spot. Right? So you now know you're going to have 10 here and 10 people here. These are the spots you're filling. This is your board of directors, guys. Remember I said I'm putting together my structure. I'm putting together my board of directors. I'm starting the biggest project in my life. It's in wearable technology, okay? And I have beachfront property. Now, I'm talking to people now that maybe have the right contact base you can go to immediately, because I'm going to create urgency. I'm going to put 10 people left, 10 people right. Now, obviously, team builder, guys, you got to get 2 people in, get your 20%. But I want people to understand urgency. Because if you're a brand new person, you want to see a realistic plan? A realistic plan is for you to put 500 people on your team in a 90-day period. Not you putting 500. Lisa and I didn't put 500 in. We put 40 in. But we had over 1,500 in 30 days. From the 40 who found a few, who found it. You follow me? Now, don't you think the first 10 people on each side, okay, that we brought in benefited from the people that came in after them? That's the board of directors. That's your board. Who do you want to fill in your top 10 spots? These are the people you're going to call first. And this is where you then leveraging the experts so people know the importance of structure. But some of you, okay, what you need to do is get your first 2 in immediately. Immediately. First 2. Get your 20%. I structured my daughters because I wanted the money in my estate. That's why. This daughter here, Jessica, who's done nothing, has 3,500 people underneath her. Because she got structured. If my daughter got started today, those 3,500 people are above her. So it's the same concept for everybody that sits on top of your organization, guys. See, the urgency has to be within us. Us getting through that list fast. And you'd be surprised how many people are looking for opportunities. They just don't know what to do. They just don't. So become a team builder. Get your 20%. Okay? Now, once that happens and you got your 20%, I think a lot of you know this, you never lose it. It's not a monthly requirement. Okay? 20%, you're in. Now, you want to get rich? Become a team developer factory. You want to get rich? Teach everybody. The name of the game is to get everybody you can to team developer. So if I bring in Trent and I bring in Mary, I become what? Team builder. But now, what do I want to do with Trent? Get him to team builder. I need to get Trent and work with him so he gets his 2. Then I got to go over to Mary and help her get her 2, because that makes me a team developer. Because now I could qualify for every aspect of the comp plan. So Trent, when you get involved, Okay, if you're not a team builder, you got to get your first 2 people. And then you're going to help them get their 2 because you want to qualify for everything. And you know what you earn when you just help somebody become a team developer? Okay, if everybody bought family pack or above, okay, it's obviously more if they bought premiums, but it's $570 in your pocket. Boom. Who doesn't want 570? But is it really about the 570, or what do I have now? What does Trent have? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people working. He's got 6 franchises. What's that going to mean into the future for him? If those people went out there, now what happens if this person becomes team developer? That person becomes team developer. You're duplicating 6s. You guys follow? Just by doing team developer. Now that's what? That's what Trent only sponsoring 2. Does Trent stop at 2? No. Now I'm going to go a little bit more in the weeds here. What if these 2 people are duds? And you can't beat these people up to get their first 2. They're duds. So what does Trent have to do? He's got to add another person here so he could see if they get their first 2. It doesn't have to be your first 2. Anywhere down there, you need 2 who get 2. That's why you got to never take your eye off the recruiting ball. Now, I want your mindset right, everybody. 18-month commitment. 18-month commitment to change your financial situation. Remember your income disclosure. Now you got the person with the right mindset. But if you duplicate team developers, can't spend the money. Can't spend the money. So if I bring Trent in and I go through what I just went through, I'm going to live with Trent. I'm going to provide everything he needs because I know if I got him to team developer, you know what I just did? I duplicated. First of all, he's excited. He's been on a couple of 3-way calls. He's seen the system. You know what he's saying to himself? I got this. So now Trent could do the same thing with his person. And now I've duplicated. That's network marketing. Duplicate team developers. Now, all I want you to do, a new person, make your list. Let the system. You be fearless and make your list and lead your people into the information. Because the 5-5-7 system, guys, as you develop team developers, allows you to get to diamond. 5 team developers left, 5 team developers right, you're a diamond. Then you start living the presidential lifestyle. And these are the ranks to focus on. And this is just a quick snapshot of what you would need to do to climb the ranks. See, team builder, guys, what's team builder? 1 person left, 1 person right. Got your 20%. What's team developer? 6 total people, right? We told you, teach 2 how to get 2. That's what team developer is. It's total of 6 people. What's a diamond? A diamond is 10,000 in SV, sales volume, on your lesser leg. Diamonds do earn between $2,000 and $3,000 a week. It's 20 family packs on your lesser leg. And guys, I want to make sure you understand something here. Volume is based on where people start. So if someone starts with a family pack, there's 500 SV towards that 10,000. Someone starts with a premium pack, there's 750 SV. And if they add the Biozen to it, remember the Biozen package? Look at what you're getting. If someone goes all in, there's 1250 SV towards your 10,000. But remember, you're building 2 legs. So 20 total family packs. So if I'm sitting down with a person like I would with Trent, I'm going to ask him, Trent, do you want to go slow or fast? Great. I got to find out what I got very quickly. I got to find out his contact base. I got to find out a little bit about Trent because I want to run with him. And Trent, if we put together a call, let's say I determine this guy's got credibility and a contact base. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a private launch call for Trent. Trent, if I put together a private launch call for you that I'm going to do personally, and we go through your list and we invite the right way, could we get 20 people on that launch call? Can you commit to me, Trent, you could get 20 people on this call? Good, we're going to put together your board of directors. You just get them on the call, and we're going to fill your top 10 spots on each side. See, I got to find out what I got. I'm doing that right now with what, 125 people on this call at peak? Okay, got to find out what I got. And I'm trying to find out now. And I want you guys trust me, your upline will be ecstatic. If after this call, you call them up and you've made your comprehensive list, right? And you say, I'm going to work, I'm going to be a team developer. Are you kidding me? That's what we want people to do. And all you want to do now, as I close this thing out, okay, is I want you to stay connected. I've never met a person ever been successful, ever, unless they were connected to your upline's system. Now, the company has a system. I'm sure your upline, because there's many different legs of business on this call, they have team calls. Stay connected to it. They have event calendars of daily, weekly webinars. Do you know there's a Monday leadership call every Monday given by the company, Chad and Natita? There's Wednesday corporate updates. There's back office. Get familiar with your back office. Guys, I didn't go through back office stuff. That's not my deal. Okay? But get familiar with your back office. Know where your tools are. Just be prepared. Now, I don't have to know about my back office to do business. All I have to do is make sure I'm getting people information. That's all I have to do. Okay? So we have all kinds of things you could plug into. I've learned this. If the desire's there, the how-to will come. If the desire's there, the how-to will come. And that how-to is going to have to require a figure-it-out attitude. And hopefully today, okay, you got the mindset right that I'm going to take this thing seriously. Because if you keep doing what you're doing, you keep getting the same results. And in order for things to change, you have to change. Okay? And it's very small, little changes. Because if you got somebody you're working with, borrow their belief right now. Follow what your mentors tell you to do. They won't steer you the wrong way. That would be really dumb, wouldn't it? Hey, Trent, let me get you involved in the business and teach you everything that won't work so I can make 20% of nothing. So you got to buy into, we're going to give you the right direction. Don't let that other voice take over. No, Jeff, do it your way. Well, no, I just got off this call and they're telling me to do it a different way. They don't know what they're talking about. That other voice makes you do nothing. You know why? You want me to say it? You don't want to change. Laziness. Just stay in your lane and do some very simple things and watch your situation change. Guys, appreciate you. Now, Sunday night. This is for this group. Get your list made. Start sending out your information and get as many people on the opportunity call that I will be doing tomorrow night at 6 o'clock Pacific time. Same time. JL World Global, 6 p.m. opportunity presentation. You want to get to team developer? Get 10 people on that call tomorrow night. Guys, appreciate you. Happy Saturday. Go Trojans. And we'll talk to you all very soon. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.